stopped at Sesame Place and we had a great time. I want to share some of our tips with you that we learned from our visit. Our first of our 10 tips is to pack swimwear and water shoes. We had swimwear and we had flip-flops, but only Eliana had water shoes, and I really wish I had had them too. Sesame Place's setup has a water park and a traditional theme park, but it's all mixed together. So it's not like the water rides are in one part and the dry rides are in a different. They're all intertwined throughout the park, which means you're constantly walking over the hot ground. Moving from place to place with sandals was very uncomfortable. My second piece of advice is to consider buying an annual pass. And if you're not buying an annual pass, definitely buy your tickets online in advance because the gate price is very expensive, especially for what you get. Sesame Place is owned by SeaWorld Parks. We actually have a Platinum annual pass to SeaWorld San Antonio because we're heading to San Antonio for military orders. But SeaWorld Platinum Pass members receive tons of perks. For example, even though Sesame Place isn't our home park, we got free parking when we came in. We just had to show our pass. Admission, we get admission to 11 different parks. It is a different price depending which park you're buying it from. I did notice Sesame Place is the most expensive to buy a season pass from. And honestly, I don't think it's worth it at Sesame Place, but it is worth it if you're going to use multiple parks. Alright, my third tip is to bring water bottles and pre-packaged snacks, preferably the water bottles that are insulated and will keep your drinks cold all day. We filled ours with water and ice before we got there, and then we asked for a cup of ice water when we were buying lunch. It saved us from having to buy the expensive drinks, and they will give you a cup just to get ice water, and then you can refill your water bottle and save all that money. My fourth tip is to bring a puddle jumper if you have little ones that can't swim. Then you won't have to locate life vest everywhere you go. See, Sesame Place does not let kids wear these on every ride though. Eliana in this video is modeling a puddle jumper, which we love to use for swimming and road trips. Alright, my fifth tip is to take a picture of the park map and SHOWTIMES. I actually took a screenshot on my phone in addition to taking pictures in the park. I found the times hard to locate, so by Googling it on my phone and then screenshotting it, I was able to just pull it up in my photos easily. Alright, my sixth tip is to visit during summer to get the most for your money. I mentioned this earlier, but Sesame Place is a mixture of water rides and dry rides. And the posted gate price when we went was $89.99 for a ticket if you didn't have a season pass like we did or bought it online. At that price, there's only a couple of dry rides. I would say the park's more than half wet rides. So I just feel like if you're not visiting in summer, then there's really not a whole lot to fill up a day, especially for the amount of money they're asking, in addition to the parking charge. You can't bring your own picnic lunch into the park, but you can bring it in your car and park in preferred parking. On the edge of preferred parking, there are picnic tables where you can enjoy your lunch. If you choose to eat in the park, one bonus of the kids' meals is that they come with a cool plate and cup that the kids get to keep, which makes the $10 price tag a little better. I didn't find the food to be horrible. It was typical theme park food. The mac and cheese was actually very yummy on the kids' meal. And the spacing is nice along with the AC. So we enjoyed our lunch meal there, and we had a discount from being a pass member yet again. So there was a nice discount that made it a little better. But packing your lunch can definitely make lunchtime more affordable because their prices at Sesame Place were very high. You can plan for spending about 6 to 8 hours at this park. Sesame Place isn't big at all. It's on the smaller side, and unless you're wanting to do water rides and dry rides all day long, you really can do the park pretty quickly. A lot of the rides aren't worth waiting in long lines for because they're just like other theme park rides, although they are themed really cool for Sesame Place. Try to come up with a plan before you enter the park. Sesame Street characters are not available to meet all day long, so if that is important to you, you want to make note of the times they are available for meet and greets, along with showtimes and parade times. I think Sesame Place is best for kids probably under age 8 or 9. There's not a lot of roller coasters or things for older kids that would be exciting. Although if you love Sesame Street, you may still enjoy the park, or definitely will enjoy it with your kiddos. We're continuing to make our way down the coast and over to Texas. Our next stop is Assateague Island, where we saw wild horses. Subscribe to see the video. Have you been to Sesame Place before, or do you have questions? Drop your favorite tips in the comments below or ask your questions. See you next time.